Go ahead.
Yeah, hey Dan.
What's up?
Just what was the? I mean, in the end, what decided this game in your mind?
Well, you're going to play these games. This year's going to be an interesting year. You're playing 10 SEC games. This was a game that gets added on. You're playing a top 10 team on the road in conference. Always going to be a tough challenge. You expect that. It's going to come down to like a one-possession game. So we're expecting to come right down to the end. That's why we were able to pick the direction. We didn't get the ball in the second half to start. We picked the direction. So, we felt comfortable kicking that field goal right there. We got the ball with 4 minutes to go. We were probably 10 yards away from being in field goal range to kind of run out the clock and kick the game-winning field goal. Unfortunately, we turned it over, and they had to go a lot further to get into that range, and we weren't able to make the stop, and they were able to kick the field goal there at the end. So, it's going to be a unique year for us. It's going to be really interesting. But really good team. Give them a lot of credit. Tough football team. They made a lot of plays today. They got a lot of experience, a lot of explosive players on their team. Played hard. They made a lot of plays they needed to. Made one more, I guess, than we did. It was a great day of football. Great atmosphere out there. Crowd was certainly a factor in the game. I will certainly say that. I know our governor passed that rule, so certainly, hopefully, the university administration decides to let us pack the swamp for LSU next week. 100%, because that crowd was a major factor in the game. And so I certainly hope our university administration follows the governor. Our governor has passed a rule that we're allowed to pack the swamp. We have 90,000 in the swamp to give us that home field advantage that Texas A&M had today.
You're still on mute, Edgar.
Yeah, somebody must have put me on mute. How do you pinpoint the problems on defense? What would you point to? Is it just everything? Is it?
Yeah, we're going to have to reevaluate a lot of things defensively. Where we're at right now, I'm going to have to really evaluate some things with our personnel. Where we're at, our ability to make plays, making sure we have all the right guys at the right position to put ourselves to be able to make the plays we need to get off the field. We can't give up 13 of 15 conversions on the day and expect to win any games.
Thank you, Dan.
Yeah, 32 first downs too, Dan, you guys gave up, but it's not like you got a bunch of guys you can bring in to physically bolster that defensive line. And obviously when they decided to run the ball there in the second half, it felt like you could not do anything to stop it.
Yeah, we'll look at it. Hopefully we get some depth back, and with hopefully Chris Bogle and Kyrie will be available next week. So that'll be two guys in the rotation on the defensive front for us that could help. But we'll evaluate where we're at and what we need to do moving forward.
How surprising is this to you, though, that you've given up, I think it's 85 first downs in 3 games? Coming into the season, I don't think you thought this was the kind of defense you had.
But you never know. Like I always say, coming into a season, you never know. So, you only go against each other. So, now we have an idea what direction we're headed. We know where possible issues are, and areas we got to get better, and we got to go improve those areas.
Bianchi.
Yeah, Dan, it was hard to tell on TV, but how was the crowd a factor? And are you saying 90? You want to see 90,000?
I absolutely want to see 90,000 in the swamp last year. I don't think the section behind our bench, I didn't see an empty seat. It was packed. The entire student section, must have been 50,000 people behind our bench going crazy. So, hopefully, like I said, hopefully that creates a home field advantage for us next week, because now we've passed a law in our state that we can do that. And I want to see our students out there cheering on and give us that home field advantage.
One last thing, you said this is going to be a unique year, obviously because of the pandemic, but also because of the scheduling. Is that what you're talking about? There's no breaks really.
Well, yeah. You're playing 10 SEC games, in a row. So it's like I told our guys, it's going to be a very different game. You got to get over this one quick. We're more like an NFL schedule this year. You got to get over this one quick and get ready to go again next week. So, we'll get over this one. We'll get that corrected on the flight home tonight, get a lot of things done tonight, some work done tonight, and get on to LSU and move forward to that game now.
Thanks.
Matt Baker.
Hey, Dan. They were 12 and 15 on third down. That was obviously an issue last week as well. Is there any kind of commonalities, anything you can point to on that?
Yeah, we got to make plays and get off the field. Last week, they were 6 of 15 on third down.
Thanks.
So they weren't very similar.
Goldie.
Yeah, Dan, I'm curious, do you have any idea what's going on in the secondary in terms of the coverage issues? It seems like that's kind of 3 weeks in a row where, the opponents had guys running wide open.
Yeah, we got to be better there.
Cassidy.
Hey Dan, you mentioned making some personnel changes. Do you anticipate that happening right away, or how much
Well,
leash do the coaches and the guys have here to?
We're going to evaluate things. So I'm going to make sure we're putting everybody in the right position to make plays.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Dan.